What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong.
Right now, former President Donald Trump voluntarily surrenders to authorities in Georgia on charges he tried to steal the 2020 election there.
But first, this hot stretch of weather is coming to an end. Gary's here to let us know how much will cool down by the weekend.
And a day without cell service or internet for some residents in Verona and Mount Horeb after a crash damages crucial equipment. Well, look at how some got through their work days. It's all ahead on News 3 now at 10. Well, it was another day of hot and humid weather across south central Wisconsin, but cooler air is starting to move into the area. The heat southern Wisconsin experienced this week appears now to be coming to an end.
And while it will still be humid tomorrow, it'll be much more comfortable if you have to be outside. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has the details in the first warn forecast.
Yeah, the conditions are definitely starting to improve, especially in areas that got rain east of Madison. Those areas cool down a little bit more, but the rest of us will see a slow cool down over the next day and a half. As we start out by taking a look at local storm reports, some of those thunderstorms produced high winds and hail in the Milwaukee area, some hail up to the size of quarters and some wind damage in the form of some trees and branches being knocked down around Jefferson and also around Fort Atkinson. But the last of those thunderstorms have fizzled out across northern Illinois. The severe thunderstorm watch has been allowed to expire across southern Wisconsin. High temperatures today, triple digits in Prairie du Chien and Boscobel, also in Kenosha. Madison topped out at 95 degrees. But to the north and east, temperatures now are in the 60s thanks to the cooler air that's moved in behind those thunderstorms. Madison right now still at 79 degrees. It's 78 degrees in Cross Plains and 80 in Edgerton, but it feels about 5 to 10 degrees warmer when you factor in the humidity. Heat index right now 82 in Madison, 83 degrees in Belleville, and in southwestern Wisconsin almost 90 degrees still, the heat index in Boscobel. Look for skies to be partly cloudy overnight. It won't be as warm, low of 68. It'll still be a little humid. There could be some patchy fog, maybe an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but definite relief is on the way for the weekend. I'll tell you what those temperatures will look like in just a few minutes.
Trying to interfere with an election. There's never been anything like it in our country before. This is their way of campaigning. And this is one instance, but you have 3 other instances. It's election interference.
Tonight, former President Donald Trump voluntarily surrendered to authorities on charges he tried to steal the 2020 election in Georgia. He was booked at the Fulton County Jail, fingerprinted, and for the first time, had his mugshot taken.
And Trump spoke to reporters, as you heard there, on the tarmac at the Atlanta airport after being released. Christian Benavidez shows us more of what he and some supporters had to say.
Former President Donald Trump left the Fulton County Jail, where he was booked on charges he conspired to overturn Georgia's 2020 presidential election results.
What has taken place here is a travesty of justice.
It is the 2024 GOP frontrunner's 4th indictment since April. Afterwards, Trump once again denied any wrongdoing.
If you challenge an election, you should be able to challenge an election. I thought the election was a rigged election.
Outside the Fulton County Jail, supporters and a few critics gathered with strong opinions about the case.
It's backfiring because the more they do another indictment, what's happening is we just see how foolish it is.
I've been calling Donald Trump a rat all along.
The former president's bond was set at $200,000, the highest of all the co-defendants. This afternoon, Trump's former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, who had fought to have the prosecution moved to federal court, surrendered and was booked on a $100,000 bond. Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis is calling for the trial to begin in late October for all 19 defendants. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Atlanta.
New information about a pursuit late last night on the Beltline. It ended with a 17-year-old arrested after crashing while taking the Fish Hatchery Road exit. Authorities say the driver was traveling at speeds above 110 miles per hour. Monona police initiated that chase just before midnight when an officer saw an SUV blow through a red light while speeding near Stoughton Road at Broadway. When the officer tried stopping the SUV, the driver turned off their headlights and continued onto the Beltline at those triple-digit speeds. The driver lost control while taking the Fish Hatchery Road exit and crashed. Authorities say the 17-year-old fled on foot but was later tased and caught. 2 other passengers tried fleeing, but they were quickly detained.
A hay barn in the Wisconsin Dells caught fire earlier tonight, with firefighters from 4 separate departments called out to fight it. News 3 Now viewer Maverick Hayes sent us video he captured of the fire, which was reported at 5:20 at the Beaver Springs Riding Stables on Trout Road. Fortunately, no humans or animals were inside the barn at the time of the fire. By 6:50, that fire was extinguished.
New tonight, a 26-year-old Madison man convicted for reckless homicide in 2021 will go to prison for 15 years. Avion Little pleaded guilty last year to a charge of first-degree reckless homicide as party to a crime. It stems from a July 2021 shooting that killed 22-year-old Keyshawn Davis Williams. Authorities say he was shot 7 times while waiting in his car at a BP station on Verona Road. Died less than an hour later. Another man, Christopher Somerset, pleaded guilty to first-degree intentional homicide and was sentenced to life in prison earlier this month.
Beloit police say the suspect from a shooting Sunday night has been arrested in Texas. This shooting, which happened on Colley Road just west of I-90, left a 28-year-old man with non-life-threatening injuries. BPD says the suspect was taken into custody yesterday in Killeen, Texas, which is north of Austin and nearly 1,100 miles away from Beloit. The suspect will be extradited to Wisconsin to face a tentative charge of attempted homicide. A major headache today for some residents and businesses in Verona, Mount Horeb, and other areas of western Dane County.
A car crash late this morning knocked out internet and cell service primarily for AT&T and Verizon customers. That crash happened near the intersection of County Road M at Wayland Road near Tower Park in Verona. Good news is the outage did not affect any emergency services, but it brought plenty of frustration for those forced to work around it. And fortunately, the Verona Public Library did not lose its Wi-Fi.
And that's where many working from home ended up. Arman Rahman spoke with some people there about how the outage disrupted their days.
On a scorcher of a day, you're trying to stay inside with your family, keep them safe and out of the heat, but then all of a sudden, your internet goes out.
Like a big shock when we don't know what to do or where we need to go.
It was an interesting way for Stephanie Byrne to start her workday.
At first, I thought that the outage was only going to last an hour or two, so I thought I can do what I can from my phone. But then I found out it was more of an unknown of when the internet was going to come back up.
Crews were out working in the heat most of the day. A Charter spokesperson says each strand of fiber optic cable impacted had to be respliced, so services will be restored gradually into the night.
So I had to come over to the library, and I happened to find my manager, and we're sharing a table and working together today.
Stephanie was far from the only one rushing to the Verona Public Library for internet refuge.
I'm not sure an exact number, but there was a point at which every table and chair was filled earlier today.
So I walked all the way around the library looking for somewhere to sit down.
She says it was a wake-up call for the town and her 2 teenage kids.
I think we definitely take our internet access for granted.
Now the Verona Police Department says 911 calls have not been affected. For now, in Verona, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
And a spokesperson with Charter says the crash impacted both aerial and underground fiber and coaxial cables. Speaking of outages, Wells Fargo is experiencing issues with its banking system. Hundreds of users tonight are reporting problems ranging from transferring money to declining their ATM cards. That's according to Down Detector, a platform that tracks various service outages and incidents on websites. The bank said in a statement that it is working to resolve those issues.
Hawaii's Maui County is pointing the blame at local utility companies over the deadly wildfires earlier this month. Maui County filed a lawsuit today against 4 Maui and Hawaiian electric light companies, saying they ignored high wind watch and red flag warnings from the National Weather Service ahead of the deadly fires and acted negligently by not powering down their equipment in the area. Maui County says the inactions led to the loss of life, severe injuries, the destruction of homes, and damage to historic and cultural sites. The complaint estimates the cost to rebuild at upwards of $5 billion. At least 115 people died in the fire. Many more are still unaccounted for. Back here in southern Wisconsin, Ada Deer, a member of Wisconsin's Menominee tribe and Assistant Secretary of the Interior, has now been laid to rest. She passed away earlier this month. Today, the service was held for her at Grace Episcopal Church downtown. Deer was the first member of the Menominee tribe in Kashena to graduate from UW-Madison. She studied social work and also helped establish the school's American Indian and Indigenous Studies program. Deer entered politics in the 90s, running for Congress and joining Bill Clinton's administration as an Assistant Secretary of the Interior. Earlier this month for her birthday, Governor Evers declared August 7th Ada Deer Day. Ada Deer was 88 years old.
A Korean war hero finally laid to rest after 75 years. A native of Alma Center, Wisconsin, Army Corporal Donald DuPont was reported missing in action December 2nd, 1950 at the age of 22. 7 decades later, he is finally home. His family can lay him to rest. A procession led by DuPont's family and the Patriot Guard Riders of Wisconsin carried DuPont's remains to Cleveland Cemetery in Fairchild, where he was buried with full military honors. His sacrifice was remembered not only by family, but community members and other veterans.
There are tons of veterans groups out here, the American Legion, the VFW, and we'd like to thank all of them for their support. It's something that I never thought I would be a part of. I was not aware that the Army was still actively conducting this mission, but it was an honor to get a call and be here for the family.
DuPont's remains were turned over by North Korea in July of 2018 and identified by the Defense POW MIA accounting agency in January of this year. More than 7,500 Americans still remain unaccounted for. More stories are straight ahead on News 3 Now at 10.
Dane County Humane Society is slashing its adoption fees this weekend as it looks to clear the shelters and find its animals forever homes. We'll share the savings to expect if you decide to add to your household.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the Best Evening Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Colorado peaches, just $1.68 a pound. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve bacon-wrapped sirloins, just $2.99. And buy 2, get 1 free on select Coke products. All week long at Hy-Vee.
The Volkswagen Taos. German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on a new 2023 Taos or Tiguan.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor if Entresto is right for you.
Want a tighter, flatter tummy and the hottest deal of the year? Then check out new Ab EX from Sonobello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went in different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sonobello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
But it feels good to feel good and look good.
Schedule your free no-obligation consultation now and find out how to get your dream body on your budget with our best offer of the year. Call or go to sonobello.com and get exclusive access to our employee-only pricing.
Intuitive sit to start and the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get a $7,500 lease bonus on a new 2023 all-electric ID4.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Please welcome Martin Sheen and Emilio Estevez on the Jennifer Hudson Show. Is it hard to get in touch with your dad?
He has a cell phone, it just never turns it on.
Then Marseille Martin is here.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
If you're a Dane County homeowner and get your water using a private well, you may be eligible for a free test to check the amount of forever chemicals in that water. Public Health Madison and Dane County is offering free tests to check for those chemicals, also known as PFAS, which are harmful, human-made chemicals found in our drinking water, lakes, streams, and ponds. Eligibility is based on income and the number of people in the household. The service is available now through next June or until funding lasts and is made possible possible by the Safe Water Loan Program provided by the Wisconsin DNR. We've included an application online. Just look for this story on channel3000.com. Well, check out the design of next year's State Park and Forest admission sticker revealed today by the DNR. It was designed by Samantha Williams. She's a sophomore at Slinger High School and features a loon nestling its baby chick floating on a body of water. Behind them, the moon and stars shine. Stickers for the 2024 calendar year go on sale November 24th, and it costs $28. Dane County Humane Society hopes you will add to your family this weekend.
It's hosting another Clear the Shelter event with the largest discounts on adoption fees for dogs, cats, and other animals looking for a forever home. They've reduced fees in the past 3 weekends, leading to 210 adopted pets into new homes. But this weekend, the fees will have the largest discounts. On Saturday and Sunday, adoption fees for adult cats are just $10. $75 for kittens. For dogs, adoption fees are being reduced by $75. All the information you need to know about cost and location are right on your screen there. Adoption is first come, first serve, so if you're interested in a particular animal, you're encouraged to get to the shelter to meet that animal as quickly as possible. So for most couples, a wedding ring is a lasting symbol of love and commitment, but for one Wisconsin couple, that symbol went missing for more than a decade. Mike and Tracy Croning have a home on the Turtle Flambeau Flowage up in Iron County. In 2009, during an outing to Swimmers Island with his family and neighbors, Mike was tossing around one of the kids in the water when the unimaginable happened. The boy grabbed his hand, pulled off that platinum wedding band, taking it into the water with him. Now, they figured that ring was gone for good and got a replacement. So imagine the surprise after seeing a Facebook post from someone who found that ring 14 years later.
I saw a picture of a ring. It looked just like my ring. And again, 14 years later, it was, stained with the color of the water. But I reached out to Bill Stewart.
What just blew me away was within half an hour, I had a message from Mike. First of all, I was surprised we found anybody. And second of all, I was surprised it came so quickly.
Well, Mike was able to confirm it was his ring by describing its engraving. He went to Bill's house that night and was reunited with his ring 14 years after it had been lost. That is unbelievable.
That is amazing.
Well, we all kind of wanted to take a dip in the lake these past few days with the hot weather. Gary's back. Things are starting to cool off a little bit.
A little bit. It's still kind of humid out there tonight. It'll be a little bit better for tomorrow, which is good news for the football games because we've got the final drive forecast for our featured game for tomorrow. That will be Baraboo and at Beaver Dam, 7 p.m. tomorrow. Looking for temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, so a little bit cooler than tonight when they were mainly in the 80s. It'll still be a little humid, but not too bad. An outside chance of a shower or a thunderstorm, but the bottom line is that it won't be as hot as today. And taking a look at the weather records, of course, Tuesday we didn't set any records. Yesterday we did set a record for the warmest overnight low temperature, that at 78 degrees. We were just shy on the high temperature record. Same thing with today, 95, the high temperature in Madison. Now, the low is the current temperature of 79. If we don't drop below 77 before midnight, then we will set a record for the warmest low temperature for today because the cold front has come through and those temperatures are already starting to drop off. In fact, we take a look at the highest heat index readings today. It felt like 123 in Janesville, 120 in Fond du Lac, the Baraboo Dells Airport, 118, Milwaukee Mitchell Field, 116 degrees, Lone Rock, 114. Madison felt like 111 at the hottest point. But three things you need to know in the forecast. Not as hot for tomorrow. Temperatures in the 80s. Slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm. Humidity will still be there. But then we'll see a really nice weekend with lower humidity as well and high temperatures in the middle 70s. Not much rain expected for not only this weekend, but through next week and next weekend as well as we head toward the Labor Day holiday weekend. Now, the thunderstorms that helped break the heat east of Madison did bring some severe weather reports, some wind and hail reports. The hail reports more in the Milwaukee area, slightly larger than quarter-sized hail in Oak Creek and Fort Atkinson, near Jefferson, multiple reports of trees down from those thunderstorms. But you can see how quickly they fired up across southern Columbia County, moved through Jefferson County, and basically now are gone across parts of northern Illinois. But 6-hour future track radar does show a possibility for an isolated shower or thunderstorm at some point overnight. Can't rule that out. But over the last 6 days, most of the rain that's fallen over this part of the state has been today across southeastern Wisconsin. The rest of us haven't seen a drop of rain over the last 6 days. Most of the Midwest is like that. And the U.S. Drought Monitor that came out today, well, take a look at that. looking for the drought conditions to continue. We were seeing the extreme drought conditions north and west and south of Madison. And again, that's not going to be helped by the dry forecast we have for the next 10 days. But otherwise, high of 83 for tomorrow, so not as hot. It'll be humid, though, and there's still a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm. Planning your day across Dane County for tomorrow, high 83 in Oregon, 81 in Cambridge, 80 in Marshall, a little more cloud cover than today as well. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 79 in Watertown, Milwaukee at 76, but inland, still 87 in La Crosse and 85 in Prairie du Chien. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast, temperatures mid-70s this weekend, back up to 80 ahead of a cold front on Monday that could bring a chance for a shower or thunderstorm. That's really about the only significant chance of rain over the next 10 days. Maybe a slight chance for a storm as we start the Labor Day holiday weekend, but it looks like it'll be dry for Sunday and for Labor Day Monday as well.
Mick Jagger is 80 years old and Keith Richards is 79, but the Rolling Stones certainly not slowing down. It appears a new record is on the way.
The legendary rock band appears to tease a new album in a fake ad posted to a London newspaper. At first glance, the ad looks like a promotion for a new business, Hackney Diamonds. But if you look closer, you can see references to several of the band's biggest hits. Hackney Diamonds supposedly opens for business in early September, something fans are interpreting as a hint of the album's title and release date. The album would be the Stones' 31st studio album and their first since the 2021 death of drummer Charlie Watts. The release of the highly anticipated sequel to Dune has been delayed to next year amid the actors' strike. Dune Part 2 is set to open in North America in November, but now it's scheduled for March 15th of 2024. That decision was made by the co-producers, Warner Brothers Pictures and Legendary Entertainment. The reason, because the film stars aren't allowed to promote it during the strike.
And coming up in sports, Giannis and his looming contract extension. The only reason why the Bucks star said he wouldn't sign it. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
We would never hit 12 drunk.
Clutch it up drunk? Not a chance.
Do a stoppie drunk? We would never drift drunk. So you should never drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains. Designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
We need to talk about Sonobello.
We are getting rid of all of this today.
Ladies, this summer you can cover up or feel confident from head to toe with Sonobello. One visit, permanent fat removal.
Look at this shape. My tummy is gone and my hourglass shape is back.
Wherever there's excess fat, we can remove it. That's what we do all day, every day.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I could actually wear a two-piece after 25 years.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Now, with our Best Bodies summer event, you can schedule your free, no-obligation consultation, plus save $250 off instantly. That's $250 off your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more. Call 1-888-634-9939 or go to sonobello.com.
Inez, let me ask you, you're using Head & Shoulders, right?
Only when I see flakes. Then I switch back to my regular shampoo.
You should use it every wash. Otherwise, the flakes will come back.
He's right, you know.
Is that Tiny Troy?
The ingredients in Head & Shoulders keep the microbes that cause flakes that big.
Microbes? Really?
They're always on your scalp. Little rascals. But good news, there's no itchiness, dryness, or flakes down here.
I love Tiny Troy.
He's the best. Make every wash count.
Little help, please?
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
Pretty much every year, Giannis comes out and says something to the effect of, I want to stay in Milwaukee my entire career, but I need to make sure that the franchise remains committed to winning a championship. Well, today was that day for this year. In a New York Times interview, the two-time MVP said he doesn't plan on signing an extension with the Bucks if everyone isn't on the same page. Giannis currently has 3 years left on his deal. Milwaukee can offer their superstar a 3-year, $173 million extension on September 22nd. In less than 24 hours, the Badger volleyball team will begin their journey to hang a couple more banners in the Fieldhouse, and it starts with a huge showdown in Minneapolis. Wisconsin will take on 15th-ranked Baylor in the Big Ten Big 12 Challenge, and this group has played in big games before, so the stage isn't going to make them nervous. The butterflies that they're feeling, well, it's because of their excitement.
You know, I am someone who does get butterflies a lot, and I know some people on my team as well. I mean, I got them this past weekend, even though it was just an exhibition match.
It's always anticipation, you know what I mean? And like, you're waiting for it. You want it so bad to come, and you're like, can I do it? You know what I mean? I haven't played for like half a year, but it's no. As soon as it starts, everything is so natural. So I love this part, to be honest, to be excited about what's coming.
Since day one of training camp, Jordan Love has felt the love from Packer fans watching his every move during practice. Every deep throw he'd make, Love would hear the cheers. When the regular season starts, though, that could change depending on how the games go. But right now, he's trying to relish every moment during his first training camp as Green Bay's starting quarterback.
I mean, I think all training camp, it's kind of been my mentality, just soaking in, enjoying this opportunity. You know, you never know how long it's going to be, how long it's going to last. So just come in here and enjoy every day, you know, being a starting quarterback. But, yeah, I mean, to your point about the fans, when I'm out there on the field, I still kind of just block that out, try and lock in as best I can.
Little Thursday night football action. Monona Grove hosting La Follette. No score in the first. Silver Eagles knocking on the door, and Gavin Habelwitz busts right through it. He scampers in from 10 yards out to put MG up 7-0. Same score in the second. This time, Cal Moreau calls his own number, and the dude has wheels. 43 yards on the score. All MG in this one. They go on to win 42-7. We're back after this.
The last of summer will draw you in at Toyota's National Sales Event. It's like a magnet, but for people.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
In 1930, we began helping people in Milwaukee who were hurt and killed by the carelessness of others. For more than 90 years, the awards for our clients totals well into the billions of dollars, probably more than all the other personal injury firms in the state combined. When entering a negotiation, it helps to have that reputation on your side. We have the talent and resources to take on the big corporations for regular people all over Wisconsin. Habish, Habish & Rotier, national reputation, hometown service.
America, come along with our adventure seekers, the Sanchez family, and discover summer with the Ford F-150. See how available features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist make backing up as easy as turning a knob. Watch as Pro Power on board lights up the night. And Ford Blue Cruise makes driving even more fun. Now get a Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Lightning with 3.9% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 retail trade assist cash and $500 low APR cash.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Create the ultimate backyard getaway with 11% off everything at Menards. We have the best selection of decking, blocks, grills, and outdoor furniture to transform your yard from ordinary to extraordinary. Add the perfect finishing touch to your patio with your choice of flowers. Just $4.99 after rebate. Then cozy up in those cool summer nights. The 26-inch Madison square fire pit is just $79.99. And 6 light LED flicker flame string lights are $4.98 each after 11% off.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
The last of summer will draw you in at Toyota's National Sales Event. It's like a magnet, but for people.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
The Final Drive high school football coverage, Fridays at 10.
Well, how about a little peanut butter and jelly with your morning cup of coffee? Coffee Mate has created a PB&J flavored duo creamer so rare that you have to win it in order to try it. If you're curious, the jelly used with strawberry, it's a creamy peanut butter, not crunchy. Don't want crunchy peanut butter in your coffee. From now until September 22nd, 100 lucky coffee lovers will win their own bottle of this limited edition creamer. Just visit pbjduo.com to enter to win or get the same effect from a piece of toast.
Why do they keep doing this stuff?
It's like, who's gonna be different?
Yeah, well, it's going to be that popular. Why not roll it out? So
Gary's back, and we've got relief from a little bit of relief. It's slow, but it's coming.
It's still humid out there. Here's the live view from the Edgewater Skycam, kind of hazy. And there might be even a little bit of fog out there, but what you see on radar, that's actually false echoes. That's just the kind of the humidity being picked up by the radar. The last of the rain has moved south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. 6-hour future track radar does show the possibility for an isolated shower or thunderstorm moving across the southern part of the state. Right now, Madison is 79, still in the 80s over southwestern Wisconsin. Here in Dane County, 78 degrees in Cross Plains, 78 in Deerfield, 78 in Oregon. But it feels like it's 83 in Oregon, 83 in Belleville, and 83 in the town of Perry, and still close to 90 is what it feels like in Boscobel. But it'll be better tomorrow and much better for the weekend.
When you got humidity on radar, you know it's humid. Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us, folks.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.